Live.
Welcome to He Carries Me Over Ministries Incorporated. We were founded on John 3:16, John 3:17, and John 3:18. God's salvation plan for everyone. He sent His Son into the world not to condemn. How some Christian people can condemn and judge others is really beyond my knowledge. Jesus was sent here not to condemn, but through Him the world may be saved. People, as a Christian, we've got a job to do. Not to condemn nor judge, but to help that sinner come over on this side. That's our job. Jesus' job was to save this world from sin. So, stop your condemning and judging. After tonight, I'm going to have an important message, so do stay tuned. Oh, hush. Prayers tonight. Reverend Bob's legs. They're coming tomorrow, home health services, to rewrap them. I'm doing just fine, people. Just a little soreness in the toe left over, and that's it. It'll go about another week and be a thing of the past again until next round. Prayers of this nation. As you will see tonight, this nation needs more prayers now than it has ever needed. We're supposed to be the world's leader in Christianity. We are the world's largest Christian nation. It doesn't look like it. It absolutely does not look like it. So pray for our nation, that it gets back on the right track. It can if it wants to. Sometimes I think it doesn't want to. And it brings a shame on us. It brings a shame on us. Prayers for each and every one of you. Prayers for Israel. Prayer for Ukraine. And just, Lord, we come to you tonight. This world is so confused. It's adding confusion. But I know you can take care of it all. And I lay it down at your feet right here. Bless each and every one this night. Amen. Hornet's nest. Israel is a land where Jesus walked when He's here on this earth. It is a sacred land. To me it is. But yet, people despise her, hate her. Israel wants to be in peace. But you go stir in that hornet's nest and you're going to get stung. Israel won't fool with it. So much chaos right now on college campuses. Turning against Israel. People that got to realize this, Israel did not start this war. Israel didn't start it. I was reading and watching the news There were 1,200 Israelis died that day when it first began. You know, when the paratroopers started coming down shooting? And people, that was one in a single day. In one single day. Now think about the Holocaust. There was not that many dead in a single day during the Holocaust. People, when you mess with Israel, you're messing with God's country. Those are God's territory. This is where His Son was born. Where His Son walked upon the water. Where His Son healed the blind. Healed the man with leprosy. Healed the woman with the issue of blood. It is where His Son came to earth to be born. In the stables of Bethlehem. This is God's. Why do they want to mess with Israel is beyond my knowledge. But you don't go messing around that hornet's nest. A hornet is a peaceful little bee. But I dare you to go stirring in its hornet's nest, in its nest. They've got to get this through their mind. Leave Israel alone. Let her be in peace, and she will give peace. She will give you peace. Why? I don't know. It goes back to Jacob and Esau. It is a family thing. Cousins. A family. Fighting one another. That's all it is. And when I was thinking about that, I thought about God Himself. We as Christian people was brought out of something. We love to go to bars. We love to go to nightclubs. We love to get out and raise hell on Saturday night. Yeah, a lot of us did. But once we found Jesus, we're not supposed to go back on that. But today, people, a lot of them do. They go to these nightclubs. They love to go and raise hell on Saturday night. People, this is what God brought you out of. You're not supposed to go back in it. When I look at God in heaven, in His peaceful surrounding, people, He can become a hornet. Because that's exactly what we're doing when we go back into something that He brought us out of. We're messing with that hornet. We're stirring around the hornet's nest. And one of these days, He's going to sting. And His sting is going to be hard. It tells us in the Bible when the end of time shall be. It says, when my word is preached in every nation, when those are prosecuted because of the love they had for me, and then I will return. People, hasn't this already come to pass? Think about the Jews during the Holocaust. Millions of them were put to death. Not only them, but so many more people were put to death because of the love they had for God. But He tells us, before that comes, the time, there will not be no more flesh saved. See, messing around with that hornet's nest. One of these days, He's going to prove what kind of God He really is. He's going to take enough, and He's going to say enough is enough now. Enough is enough. When you go around messing with that hornet's nest, expect to be stung. And people, when He stings, you wish to God you had never been. When is enough? To be a Christian person, we are supposed to have love in our hearts and to forgive our fellow man. Forgive those that do you wrong, which is the hardest thing I've ever done. But people, we're going to have to. We're going to have to love those that done us wrong. Because this is what He wants us to do. He wants us to do this. It's called fight fire with fire. You don't fight fire with fire. Somebody giving you trouble, show love. That's how you fight fire with fire. All these people who loves the... There's so many religious people, so many Christian people out there today that purely hates. How dare they? And claim to be a Christian. Going around bringing chaos throughout the land. That's exactly what's happening, people. They will say that God told them to. I'm doing it for the love of God. Boy. If you want to do something for God, you love. Not do hate. Because that is not of God. In this judging and condemning, let's leave it up to God, the great judge. People, we've got to love in order to get to the other side. Or we're never going to make it. We're never going to make it. We're going to stir around that hornet's nest. And God is going to sting. He's going to sting. And I was thinking about that, and I thought, with this coronavirus, people could be, stinging. Don't let him. And the way you don't let him is to love. And he won't bring no harm. Just like those right now who purely hates Israel. Israel didn't start this. They did. And Israel's going to end it. That's for sure. But Israel didn't start it. They did. Israel is a hornet's nest. When you start around that hornet's nest, you're going to get stung. And when you start messing with God, you're going to get stung. Love. I've said it before and I'll say it again as many times as He wants me to say it. Love one another. I give you the greatest commandment yet. Is to love one another. That's what He told us. Why can't some get it through their noggin? Why can't they? I have no idea. But God's going to sting. And they're going to feel His stinger. Because they're messing around with one they should not be messing with. God is great, people. He'll take care of you. But you can't. When He pulls you out of something, as when you were a sinner, you can't go back in it and proclaim the love of God following Sunday. Monday through Saturday, you're into nightclubs, the whorehouses. Yet on Sunday you proclaim the love of God. You can't do that. You cannot do that. If you proclaim the love of God, then show the love of God to other people. Show them. Which I'm going to have to get that through my noggin. And show a little bit more of His love to those that needs it. People, we have a job. We have a job to do. And that is helping the sinner get over here on this side. Helping the sinner get over here on this side. While we can't save them, we direct them to the one, the man who can save them, which is the man who died on the cross, Jesus himself. Don't go messing with the hornet's nest. Now, May is the month of the revival. They generally run from the 13th to the 20th. This year, he told me to take it from the 12th to the 15th. That will be on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So this will be the last live broadcast on Friday for the month of May. This will give me the opportunity to sit down and think about the revival on the 12th. To get it going good. And then after the revival, take some time to rest. And then our next would be on the 7th of June. Friday, 7th of June at 6 p.m. So, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th will be the revival. And then after that, we'll see you on the 7th of June. God bless each and every one of you. And please, keep that love of God up. Keep that love of God going. I'll see you on the 12th.